I just want to share my structure so that you can take what it is about it that you like and then tailor a routine that suits you best. Don't chop it up so much that it becomes ineffective, but make it your own, right? It's been a game changer for me, to say the least. So if you want to write this down, then that might be a good idea. So you can see what Dragons is. It's a 10-step program. And then you can kind of just start practicing it and make it your own. I took things like the Miracle Morning and things I heard from some of the greats, and I made what I call the Rise Up Great Day Morning. That's why I always start off with you by saying great morning to everybody. Okay, so step one, so important. Before you even consider this, know with absolute childlike, dreamlike clarity. And I say childlike because children not only know what they want, but they can actually go to it and experience it, right? So I say know with absolute childlike clarity what it is that you want and why, so that you know what is and what isn't in support of it, right? Very important to do that, because Henry Ford says if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Don't just wake up with the intention of being awesome and having a good life. Draw out exactly what you want, this compelling future full of this vision of value, all of that stuff. Draw a circle around it and attach everything about being in that situation that makes your life improve to the point where you can actually feel how that is. Now, one of the things that I do in the morning is I listen to music. And this is really important. If you can't go into the future state and experience the awesomeness of what it is that you want, you'll never fight for it on the days that things are not so easy, right? So one of the easiest ways that any human can do this, because I know all of you have that certain type of music that you get in your car and you start listening to the point where you can start tearing and getting like emotional about your future, right, Chick?
Yeah.
I just called you Chick.
Wow.
Is that a little bit like if a feminist was here?
That's a sexy version of chicken.
It's sexy? Okay, good. Okay, because I don't want to like diminish your womanness.
She's a hot chick.
She's a chick. Petite poule. That's what I say, petite poulet. So in any case, very, very important to create the value of it. So that's step one. Do not even try this model morning until you've made it super clear what it is that you want. Because once you understand what you want, then it's easier to identify what comes in and what doesn't. What supports it and what doesn't. You can stay away from things like fake work and just losing track and getting distracted and stuff. A lot of people get distracted, according to Near IL, they get distracted because they don't even know where they're going. Therefore, maybe they're not distracted. Maybe they're just confused. So that's step one. Know where you want to go, why, and its value. Step two, right? That's the moment. Step two is that second when we move from unconscious to conscious. And I just call it unconscious to conscious gratitude. First thing you want to do is get present. The super highway to the present moment is gratitude. So all you want to do is you want to catch it as soon as you can. And this takes practice. As soon as you go from unconscious to conscious and your eyes open, I'm just going to challenge you to just start off by mechanically at first saying thank you. Now, why would you say thank you? What would be the first thing that you could experience gratitude for? Well, your heart is beating, your lungs are breathing, you've just been credited in the video game of life a new 24 hours. You should say thank you for that, right? So it's a simple process of saying thank you. Now, the next level in step two, because 5 seconds later, you start to get a little bit more conscious, and that's when you can upgrade your gratitude. I always upgrade it by just recognizing the things that matter most. My kids, chicken, little ducky coming here, and all the great success and the people that we help, the roof over my head, the water, the bed, everything that I'm truly, truly grateful for. So here I am, step two, I'm in a state of gratitude. Step three is super important. They're all super important. Set the intention and theme for the day. So now, I see that Tamsin Astor is listening in Clubhouse. You got to read her book, Force of Habit. Anybody that's a real, like legit third degree black belt in habits will tell you about these things called cues, right? So because I'm not like fully conscious yet, I'm in a state of gratitude. on the floor next to my bed, I just want you to know that I have my exercise shorts and my sneakers, right? So I always want to lace them up. But the first thing I want to do is set my intention for the day. So when I touch my feet to the ground, and there's a sensory thing, it's a cue as well. When I touch my feet to the ground, the intention is that, okay, game on, right? So I want you to take advantage of that moment and set the intention. So when I touch my feet to the ground, I say out loud, but not loud enough that I'll wake Chicken up because her day starts a little bit later. I say, how can I help? So I look up and I say it. I don't just think it, I say, how can I help? Now you can have your own. The reason why I say, how can I help, is because it puts me in the identity and place and state management of a servant. Right? And the reason why I want to be in a servant is because what I do, my intention is to serve others. If I don't do that, I have a tendency of trying to save others, not serve others. So when I say, how can I help? What it reminds me is like, I don't know, let me see. So I go into this motion for the rest of the day with curious compassion. So that sets my identity as a curiously compassionate person for that day. And that's a big reason that I've become successful, is because I'm curiously compassionate about everybody that I come across, which means I'm going to ask them, how can I help you? I used to skip that step. And because of that, I would run around all day trying to save people with a cape on my back, right? And that also, by the way, when I get into that curious compassion, it also makes me feel significant, and it helps me identify with who I am. That's really important. I haven't even looked at myself in a mirror, and already I feel significant. Step 4, legit, coffee, right? I go to the bathroom and I have coffee. Everybody's got their own opinion about coffee, and I know some of you out there think that if you drink coffee, you'll live forever. Some of you think that it's bad. Step 4 is coffee. I always say, from my cold, dead hands, you're going to take my coffee away from me, right? Coffee's important, and Chicken gets a cup of coffee brought to her every morning as well.
Yes.
Step 5,